Hi, this is our leg conditioning flow. So we're going to focus on bringing strength into all parts of our legs. Let's begin in a child's pose. So make your way down onto your mat, and you can choose whichever posture feels good for you today. Whether the knees are wide or drawn closer together. And once you've found your posture, let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And a big sigh out. And maybe you draw your attention to the space behind the heart. And you'll guide your breath into that space. And maybe you start to notice your body. As it settles into this posture. Maybe notice what parts are starting to soften. And we'll bring it back to the breath. And when you breathe into the back of the heart, notice which parts of the body expand. As you breathe in, and which parts start to soften as you breathe out. We'll take a final deep breath in together. Open the mouth, let it go. Walk your hands next to your face. We'll press into the palms and the knees and come on up to our hands and knees. Let's do a few cat-cows. So inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. Let's keep the belly lifted as well as we move through this cat-cow. And then when we exhale, we'll round the spine. Inhale, we're lifting the head, we're lifting the heart, so the collarbones are pressing forward and the shoulders are opening, but the belly's not dropping down. So you're not curving the spine down towards the mat. And exhale, we round. And sometimes this way just feels a little more gentle in the body, especially if you've just woken up. Or if you've just sat for a long time, or you did repetitive movements like biking or running. Let's do one more, inhaling, lifting the head, lifting the heart. Exhale, round. Come to a neutral spine as you breathe in. And then we'll pick the left knee up and point it out towards the left side of the mat as you breathe in. Okay. And when you exhale, we'll bring it back down to the mat. So knees staying bent at 90 degrees. You'll breathe in, bring it back up. And exhale down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last one, breathe in. This time, keep the leg lifted and maybe try to extend the leg nice and long. You're flexing the left foot, so the toes are now pointing towards the front of the mat. This is, and then you can try to lift that foot a little bit higher. It feels like a lot in the hip. Let's take another breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to swim that foot back so that it reaches towards the back of the mat, and then the toes point down towards the mat. Leg is still lifted. Take a breath in, lift the head, lift the heart, press the heel away from you. And when you exhale, we'll bring the knee in towards the nose, round the spine, and hug it in nice and tight. Good. Take another breath in. And exhale, the knee taps back down onto the mat. Good. Take a breath in, lift the head, lift the heart. And when you exhale, let's round the spine, tuck the toes, and lift the knees up to a downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale, let's lower the knees back down. And we'll continue that work on the other side. So you can untuck the toes. We'll breathe in and lift the right knee up and towards the right side of the mat. Knee is bent 90 degrees. As you exhale, it comes back down. Good. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Breathe in. And out. Inhale. Exhale down. Good. Last breath in, and it'll stay. And then we'll extend the right leg long. The toes point towards the front of the mat. We're trying to lift that hip nice and high. Keep breathing. Good. One more breath in, lift a little higher, and then exhale. We'll swim that foot back towards the back of the mat. The toes now point down towards the mat. We'll lift the head, lift the heart, and press away with you with the heel. Exhale, we'll bring the knee in towards the nose, round the spine, and tuck it in nice and tight. Good. Breath in. Exhale, lower the knee down. Good. We'll take a breath in, lift the head, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the toes under, and press it up to a downward facing dog. Very good. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, nice long arms. Exhale, belly moves down towards the it moves towards the spine, and then the heels move down towards the mat. Knees are slightly bent, hips are lifted as you breathe in. Exhale, steady gaze. Last one. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Let's bend the knee and open the hip. And we're trying to keep the shoulders squared, but sending the right heel down towards the mat as much as we can. And we're breathing. It also might feel nice to roll out the left ankle. Good. Keep the shoulders squared. Right heel's moving down towards the mat. Take one more breath in. And exhale, we'll square off the hip, straighten the knee, and then bring the knee in towards the nose, round the spine in nice and tight. Good, and then drop that knee down onto the mat. We're going to pull the right knee in towards the belly. And place both knees down on the mat. Good, inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the toes under, press it back to your downward facing dog. Right leg lifts to the sky, inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip, and again try to square off the shoulders, send the left heel down towards the mat. It might feel nice to roll out that right ankle. A few more breaths in this posture. Square off the shoulders again. Good. Breathing in, squaring off the hip, straightening the knee, bending the knee in towards the nose, round the spine and nice and tight. Good. And then lower that knee down onto the mat. We pull the left knee in towards our belly and round, and place it back down on the mat. Good, let's walk the hands back. We come to a seat on our heels. And then we'll tuck the toes under, and then lift the knees up, and walk the hands back so that we land on our heels. Good. And then we drop the bum down all the way to the mat. Let's extend the right leg long in front of us. We're flexing the right foot. We're going to bring our hands or fingertips right next to our hips, or we can start to walk them forward a bit. Maybe they come towards the left toes. We're going to press forward and then lift the bum back up off of the mat. Good. So what we're trying to do here is a pistol squat. We're going to breathe in, and maybe we can lift that right foot up off of the mat about 2 inches. Let's inhale. And exhale nice and slow. 2 more breaths. You've got this. Inhale. The foot is flexed. The leg is engaged. You can really feel the fire in the quad muscles. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, lower. Good, nice work. Bring the right knee in and create a little ball with your body. Hug your knees in. Let it go. And extend the left leg long in front of us. Good. The toes are flexed in towards your body. We're going to bring our fingertips or hands out in front. Press up into our hands, lift the bum up. Good. Foot is still flexed. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale. And we'll lift that foot up off of the mat about 2 inches. Good. You've got this. We're breathing. You've got a soft face. Everything is engaged. Last breath in. And exhale, lower it down. Nice work. Pull the left knee in towards your belly. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then we'll cross at the ankles, bring the hands out in front, come to hands and knees, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up to a downward facing dog. And we'll take a breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, lift the heels a lot, bend the knees, look forward in between your hands. Nice and slow, 1 foot at a time. Let's do the right foot. And walk it forward 1 step. The left foot, the bum is still lifted in the air. You'll start to feel the weight shift into your hands as you walk all the way to the front of the mat. And fold forward.
And you can take opposite elbows, rock side to side, let the head hang, bend the knees as much as you need to feel relaxed in this forward fold. Let's take our last breath here. As you exhale, you can let the hands hang and inhale nice and slow. We'll roll all the way up to a standing posture. Good. Breathing in, the shoulders roll up towards the ears. Exhale. They come back down the spine, palms face forward. You may close the eyes if you'd like. And we'll just feel into our feet, feeling steady, feeling stable and rooted. Every breath in, we reach up towards the sky, feel tall like a mountain and strong. On your next breath in, you can blink the eyes open. We'll heel toe the feet so that they're about as wide as the mat. The toes are going to point out, the heels will point in. We're doing sun salutations, but with open hips. So the next time you breathe in, we're going to reach our arms forward, bend the knees a lot, and send the bum back. As you exhale, the fingertips are going to come down to the mat. You can grab blocks if you'd like. We'll take a breath in and lift the head, lift the heart. As you exhale, we'll plant the palms and step the feet back into a plank. Good. Take a breath in here. And exhale. Bend the elbows halfway down. And then come all the way down to your belly. Good. Take a breath in. Untuck the toes. Lift the heart forward and up. Baby cobra. Exhale. We'll press it back to our downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths. Inhale. Slow breath out. Last breath out. Inhale, the right leg lifts to the sky. When we bend the knee, it comes towards the right elbow. Maybe it taps the right elbow, and then the foot steps outside of the right hand. Toes will point out, heel will point in, and then the left foot will follow, come to the outside of the left hand. We drop the bum, lift the head, lift the heart, bring palms together at heart center. Take a breath in, press into the feet, and we'll stand all the way up, reaching the arms up. As we exhale, the arms float down by the sides. And we continue just like that. Breathing in, arms reach forward, send the bum back, bend the knees a lot. Exhale, fingertips come down to the mat. Inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. Exhale, plant the palms, step your feet back to a plank. Inhale, crown reaches forward, heels reach back. Exhale, halfway down. And then all the way down to the belly. Inhale, untuck the toes, lift the heart forward and up, baby cobra. Exhale, press it back, down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, nice long arms. Exhale, belly to spine. Soft gaze, soft face. Left leg lifts, breathe in. Bend the knee towards the left elbow, tap it. Step the foot outside of the hand, the right foot follows. We drop the bum, bring the palms together at heart center. Take a breath in, press into the feet, reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, arms float down by the sides. Good, again. Bend the knees, reach the arms forward, breathe in. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lift the head, lift the exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back to your plank. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down, all the way to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra or full cobra, your choice. Exhale, press it back, down dog. 3 breaths. Right leg lifts, breathe in. Bend the knee towards the right elbow, tap it. Step the foot outside of the hand, left foot follows. Drop the bum, bring the palms together at heart center. Breathing in, pressing into the feet, coming all the way up to standing. Exhale, arms float down by the sides. Last one. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms forward. Exhale, fingertips. Inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back to your plank. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths, long arms. Exhale, steady gaze. Left leg lifts as you breathe in. Bend the knee towards the left elbow. Tap it. Step the foot outside of the hand. Right foot follows. We'll drop the bum, bring the palms together at heart center. Let's take a moment here to pause. Maybe you press the elbows into the knees. Open the groin a little bit more. If you'd like to come into a twist, we can bring the right arm or the right palm or fingertips down to the mat. And lift the left arm up to the sky. Open the heart. Breathe in. Slow breath out. Next, exhale, palms come back to heart center if you're in your twist. Left fingertips come down to the mat. Right arm reaches up as you breathe in. Exhale, palms come back to heart center. We'll take a breath in. Slow breath out. Pressing into the feet, rising all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands float down by the sides. We'll heel toe our feet back so that they're hips width distance. The feet face forward. Let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, back down the spine. Breathe in. Exhale, steady gaze or eyes closed. Noticing your feet, noticing your calves, your shins, your knees, your quads, your hips, your glutes.
As you breathe in next, with the eyes open, bring palms together at heart center. Good. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot. And then we'll lunge into the right knee. So we're coming to a high lunge. Arms will reach up. And we're in a crescent lunge. We'll do a little bit of dynamic movement here. So let's take a breath in. Arms will reach up. As you exhale, we'll pull the palms together at heart center. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, lean halfway forward. You can feel the weight start to shift into the front foot. So we'll take a breath in as we bend further into that knee and start to bring the left foot forward. We'll guide it all the way forward and bring it, stand up tall, bring the knee in towards the belly. Good. And then we're going to open the hip out so the knee comes towards the left, sort of like a tree pose, but the foot is away from the leg. We'll breathe in, bring that knee back to center, and then exhale, send it back into your crescent lunge. Good. Inhale, arms reach up, you stand into your crescent lunge. And we do it again. Exhale, palms come together at heart center. Take a breath in. Lean halfway forward. Inhale, pull the left knee in towards your belly. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, arms reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale, pull the palms together at heart center. Take a breath in here. Exhale, lean halfway forward. Inhale, pull the knee in towards your belly, stand tall. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, center. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, arms reach up. Good. Last one, exhale, pull the palms together at heart center. Breath in. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, pull the left knee in towards the belly, stand tall. And then exhale, open the hip. Good. We're going to stay here and bring that left foot to either the thigh, the shin, or maybe it comes down to the mat, the toes tap the mat. We're in a tree pose. Our gaze is steady. We're pressing into that right foot, reaching the crown of the head nice and tall. So we come out of the hip. And if that feels good for you, maybe you start to reach the arms up, overhead, extend your branches, and breathe. And one more breath in. Nice and slow, we come out of it, so we pull the palms together at heart center. We bring the left knee into center. Extend it back behind us. Inhale, arms reach up. We land in a crescent lunge. And exhale, two hands come down to frame out the foot. We step that right foot back. Oh, no, we'll straighten that right knee. We'll take a breath in, lift the head, lift the heart, and then exhale, fold forward over that knee. So we're pulling that right heel back. The hip moves back towards its socket. Maybe the left hip slides forward. We're in a modified pyramid, so that back heel is still lifted. We're giving relief to that right quad. Take another breath in. Last breath out. And then inhale, we'll bend back
into that knee. Palms come down to the mat, and now we step the right foot back into our downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Slow breath out. 2 more. And then we'll lift the heels a lot, bend the knees, look forward in between our hands, and we'll step the left foot forward a little bit, walk the right foot forward, hips are lifted as we walk, walk all the way to the front of the mat, and then we fold. Inhale, let's lift halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, arms reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, arms float down by the sides. Very good. Breathe in, palms come back together at heart center. We take a big step back with that right foot. We lunge into the left knee. Now we're in a high lunge, crescent lunge. Arms reach up. And we'll do the same thing here on this side. Take a breath in, lift tall. Exhale, pull the palms together at heart center. Take a breath in here. Exhale, lean forward. Good. Notice the weight moves into the left leg. Take a breath in and start to slide that back foot forward and up into towards your belly. Good. Exhale, we open the hip. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, arms reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale again, pull palms together at heart center. Breath in. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, pull the knee in. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, center. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, pull palms together. Breath in. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, pull the knee in towards the belly. Exhale, open up. I'm leaning. Inhale, center. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, arms reach up. Last one. Exhale, pull palms together. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, pull the knee in towards the belly. Exhale, open up. And then find your tree pose for today. Your gaze comes to one point in front of you. And when you feel steady and balanced in that left leg, then the arms maybe reach up. Or maybe you want to come to something different today, or on this side. Maybe the arms will reach back behind you and take opposite elbows. Or maybe reverse prayer if you have that in your practice. The heart is lifted. Gaze is still steady. You imagine those roots extending out through the sole of your foot down and towards the mat. Let's take our last breath here.
And wherever your hands are, we'll bring them back to heart center. We'll pull the left knee back into center. And then extend it behind us. Arms reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale, two hands come down. We'll frame out the foot. And then we straighten that left knee. Take a breath in, lift the head, lift the heart. And exhale, fold forward. And we're pulling that left heel back. We feel an opening in the back of the left leg. We're in a modified pyramid. And one more breath in. And let it go. Inhale, bend into the knee. Palms come down to the mat. And we'll step that left foot back into our downward facing dog. And we'll take 3 breaths. And then notice your legs. Do they notice any sensations? Do they feel any lighter? Or maybe they're really on fire. You feel a lot of warmth. Feel a lot of vibrations. We'll lift the heels, bend the knees a lot, look forward as you breathe in. And tiny steps all the way to the front of the mat. Heels land down, we fold. Breathe in, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, arms float down by the sides. Okay, breathe in. The palms come together at heart center. As you exhale, we'll take a big step back with the left foot. We lunge into that right knee. We're landing in our crescent lunge. Once again, we'll reach the arms up. Good. We'll take one more breath in here. And as you breathe out, we'll pull the palms together at heart center and spin the back heel down and open the hips. We come to a warrior 2. Arms will reach out to either side as you breathe in. And exhale, soften into it. See if you can bend into that right knee just a tiny bit more, an inch, quarter of an inch. We'll take one more breath in here. Slow breath out. Inhale, let's straighten the right knee. We'll take one step forward with that back foot. Send the hips backward, reach the right arm forward, and then down. Left arm reaches up to the sky. We're in a triangle pose. So maybe the right hand gently rests on the shin. Maybe it's next to the shin, and using that to press that left shoulder back, pressing the shin into the hand, the back of the hand into the shin. At the same time, that right shoulder pulls back, so we have a nice wide collarbone. Our breath is steady. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, the left hand will come down to the inside of the right foot. We're going to spin the back heel up and start to lunge into
that left or the right knee, walking the foot off towards the right side of the mat. So we land in a lizard lunge. The right toes point out, the heel points in. Take a breath in here, and you can stay just as you are, or maybe you drop the back knee and untuck the toes. Good. And then we're going to come into a twist here. So the right hand is going to come to the right thigh. We're going to press into the thigh and maybe spin our heart open towards the right. It might feel nice for you to come up onto the blade of that right foot as well. And you can stay here, or maybe you start to bend into the left knee, bringing the toes in towards your bum, and you reach the right hand back and grab those toes. Whew, and you get a nice quad stretch in that left thigh. If left knee is bent, slowly we'll release the foot and it'll come back down to the mat. We'll heel toe the right foot back towards the center. We'll tuck the back toes under, lift the knee, and this time let's step with the right foot back into a plank. Crown of the head reaches forward, heels reach back. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower to your chaturanga, and then all the way down to your belly. Inhale, untuck the toes, reach the heart forward and up. Exhale, press it back to your down dog. Three breaths. The heels lift, the knees bend. You look forward in between the hands and start to tippy toe to the front of the mat until the heels come down and you fold. And you'll breathe in, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, arms float down by the sides. Inhale, palms come together at heart center. Then you take a big step back, right foot. Good. Find your way into your crescent lunge. Arms will reach up. One more breath in. Exhale, palms come together at heart center as we spin our back heel down and open. Find our warrior two, feet. And then we extend our arms out to either side. And you'll breathe in. And soften the shoulders away from the ears as you breathe out. Maybe you can bend into the left knee a tiny bit more. Last breath in here. And let it go. Inhale, we'll straighten the left knee. One step forward with that back foot. We'll send the hips back, reach the left arm forward and down. Make your way to your triangle posture.
And then check in. Are you leaning all of your weight into that right hand? Are you letting it gently rest, using more of the obliques to open the body, open the heart? And we'll take our last breath in here. And slowly, slowly, the right hand comes down to the inside of the left foot. We start to spin on the back heel and lunge into the left knee as we walk that foot off towards the left. The toes can point out, the heel will point in. So you can stay here in your active lizard lunge, or you can drop the back knee and untuck the toes. Again, you can stay here, or you can come up onto the blade of the left foot and maybe use the left hand at that thigh. Press the thigh out, spin the heart open towards the left. And maybe you stay, or you bend the left or the right knee, reach around the toes, and grab the toes. Feels so good. And the quads after doing all those dynamic movements. Let's take our last breath in here. And those slingshots. That right foot lowers slowly as we pull back to center. We'll heel toe that back foot, or the left foot, back to center. We'll tuck the back toes under, lift the knee. Last plank, let's step that left foot back. Crown reaches forward, heels reach back. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come to your back bend, heart opener. Exhale, we find ourselves in a downward facing dog. And we do 3 breaths. Long arms. Steady gaze. The right leg will lift up as we breathe in. We'll bend the knee and open the hip. Try to square off the shoulders again. Send the left heel down towards the mat. Good. Next breath in. Square off the hips, straighten the leg, and then we'll pull the knee in towards the nose, round the spine, nice and tight. And let's guide the right knee towards the right wrist, and bringing that knee down onto the mat, bringing the shin down onto the mat. And we'll drop the back knee and untuck the toe. And we're going to come to a lazy pigeon. So let's come all the way down onto that right hip. And then we're going to slide the foot forward. It's not already there. So you want that the shin parallel with the top of the mat. And then the right foot is flexed. So you have a lot of 90-degree angles here. Don't worry too much about what's happening in the left leg. Just let it be wherever it wants to go. And then we're going to spin our body over the right thigh. And if that feels good, we can either stay here or we can start to walk forward and come to a forward fold over that right knee. Slowly making our way down, so you might come to your forearms first.
You might notice where your back leg is. You might need to shift it a little bit. And then maybe you come all the way down, resting your forehead on the mat or maybe a block. And breathing into the right hip, the right glute, outside of the right leg. And every exhale, we can start to soften the muscles. Notice what's holding tension. Notice your jaw. Can you move your lower jaw away from the upper jaw? And we'll take our final breath here. Making your way back to your palms. And press into our palms. And lift back up. And so we're going to swing the left leg forward. Come to cross legs. Bring our hands out in front. And come on up to a downward facing dog. As you breathe in, the left leg will lift up. And we'll bend the knee and open the hip. Trying to keep the shoulders squared, sending the right heel down to the mat. Square off the hips, straighten the knee. Bend the knee in, round the spine. And then start to lower that knee down on the mat so that it's close to the back of the left wrist. The back knee will come down, you'll untuck the toes, and then you'll guide your weight into that left thigh. And then we slide the foot so that the shin is parallel with the top of the mat. Flex the left foot. Notice your back leg. It might want to bend the knee to release the tension out of the right groin and the glute. When you're ready, you'll maybe notice that you want to stay here. Or you want to start to fold forward, coming down onto forearms first. And then maybe all the way down onto your forehead. And let the lower jaw move away from the upper jaw. Soften the muscles around the left hip Let the tension come out of the shoulders. Last breath in. Start to make your way to your palms. And lift back up.
And we'll swing the right leg around. And make our way down onto our backs. Okay, let's walk the feet in so that they're close to our bum. The knees are bent. We'll bring our hands so they're right next to our body, palms facing down. We're coming into a bridge posture. So let's press into the feet, lift the hips up. And as you exhale, we'll come back, right back down. Good. Let's do that again. Breathe in, lift the hips. And exhale back down. We're making sure to press to the insides of the foot so our legs are engaged. The feet aren't, or the knees aren't coming off to either side of the mat. They're staying in line with the hips. Take a breath in, lift. And exhale, come back down. Last one, breathe in, lift up. And this time we'll stay. So you can stay just like this, or maybe you clasp your hands together, lift the shoulders up like a little shelf, to lift the heart up a little higher. Breathe in, lift the hips higher. Check in with your feet. Make sure you're pressing into all points of the feet. Ball of the big toe, the heel. Last breath in. Exhale slowly, one vertebrae at a time. We come back down to the mat. And we'll hug our knees in to our chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And we'll send the right leg long. Pull the left knee in towards the belly. Left arm comes off like a T or a cactus shape. And we'll guide the knee across the body and come into a twist. Left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Pull the right knee in. Both knees get squeezed. And then the left leg comes long. And we'll guide our body into a twist on the other side. Inhale back to center. And we'll send the right leg long. Arms will rest by the sides, palms facing up. Close down the eyes. Let the low jaw move away from the upper jaw. And we'll take a breath in together and let it go. I'll give you a few moments for rest. And then you can start to deepen your breath. And wake up the body, move fingers, toes. It might feel good to reach the arms up overhead, point the toes, arch the back. Nice big stretch. And make your way up to a seat. We'll meet with palms together at heart center. And we'll close with a cleansing breath. Release all of the exhale. Deep breath in. And go. Let's ask that this practice be a benefit to all beings. Thanks so much for joining me. That wasn't so bad. Not as bad as the core.
Thanks
right?
so much for sharing your practice with me. If you liked it, please share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe.